Welcome to The Explainer. Today, we're diving into the work of Michael Singer to really understand the machinery of our own minds. You know, how it actually builds the inner world we all live in.
Okay, so let's start with the question. A really simple one, actually, that gets right to the heart of the human experience.
I mean, we've all felt it, right? All that drama, the resistance, that constant internal tug-of-war. Well, Michael Singer suggests the problem isn't out there in the world. Nope, the source of all that complication, it's right here, inside our own heads.
To really get this, we've got to separate two things. It's super important. On one side, there's you, the one who's aware, the one who's experiencing everything. And on the other side, there's just the world. It's this impersonal reality that's just unfolding moment by moment, completely independent of you. I mean, it would be doing its thing whether you were here to see it or not.
All right, so if you and the world are separate, then where does the mind fit in? What's its job in all this? Let's take a look at what its original, intended function was supposed to be.
Singer brings up this concept from Buddhist philosophy called empty mind. And, it's important to say this doesn't mean a stupid mind or a blank mind. Not at all. A better way to think of it is like a brand new top-of-the-line supercomputer. It has infinite potential, but zero programs installed yet. It's just this brilliant, clean slate.
And its primary job? It's really simple. To render reality. That's it. The mind is supposed to work like a perfect screen. It takes in all the sensory data, what you see, hear, touch, and it just projects this flawless picture of the world for you, for your consciousness to experience.
And you've totally had moments like this, I know you have. You turn a corner and see a sunset that's so stunning it literally takes your breath away. That's what Singer's talking about when he says, "It blew my mind." Why? Because in that one perfect moment, the experience was so total it completely silenced all the internal chatter. That's your mind doing its job perfectly, just letting reality flow right through it, directly to you.
But let's be real, we don't live in that state of awe most of the time, do we? Something happens, something goes wrong along the way. Singer has a name for it, the fall from the garden. And he uses this simple but really powerful story to explain it.
So imagine you're in that pure, clean state of mind. And then an uncomfortable experience comes along. Let's use his example, a rattlesnake. The whole vibe of it, its energy, its presence, it just feels jarring, unpleasant.
And because you have free will, what's your first instinct? You use your inner energy to push it away. You resist it. You're trying to keep that uncomfortable feeling as far away as possible.
Okay, now let's flip it. A little later, a really pleasant experience comes along. A butterfly gently lands on your arm, and its energy feels beautiful, delicate, just wonderful.
But then it starts to fly away. And what do? You use that exact same inner will, but you do the opposite. You try to grasp it. You cling to that beautiful feeling, desperate to make it stay.
So this simple, totally instinctual act, resisting the bad, clinging to the good, this has a massive consequence. It's something Singer calls the afterimage effect. See, because you didn't just let these experiences pass through, you actually held on to a piece of them. And here's the key, in Singer's words, you have now held on to an image that's no longer being generated from the outside world. It's not happening anymore, but a piece of it is now stuck inside your mind.
So remember that perfect clean screen we were talking about? Well, it's not so clean anymore. It now has these after images burned right into it. It's kind of like an old plasma TV where you can still see the faint outline of a news ticker. The ghost of that rattlesnake and the ghost of that butterfly, they're now permanently on display, layered on top of everything new that comes in.
And there's actually a name for these stored impressions in yogic philosophy. They're called samskaras. Really, you can just think of them as the undigested, incomplete moments from your past, all the stuff you couldn't fully process and just let go of.
And this changes absolutely everything about how you experience reality from now on. So now, when a totally new, completely neutral event happens, let's say you see a simple rope on the ground, the image of the rope comes in, but bam, it hits that stored afterimage of the rattlesnake, and you react with fear. But here's the crazy part. You're not reacting to the rope that's actually there. You're reacting to the memory, the samskara, that it triggered.
Now imagine this happening over a whole lifetime. These afterimages don't just sit there quietly. Oh no, they build on each other. They connect, they multiply, and eventually they create an entirely new, incredibly complex world right inside your head.
What's happened is you've basically built a personal mind right on top of that original pure one, and they have totally different jobs. The pure mind's job was simple, just render reality. But this new personal mind? Its job is to filter everything through this massive library of past impressions, of likes and dislikes. And the result? Constant, inner, drama.
And the end result of all this is that the outside world basically becomes a giant Rorschach test. You're not really seeing what's actually in front of you anymore. Instead, every single event is just like an ink blot that's there to stimulate your stuff, your stored patterns, your old memories, your samskaras.
So every single one of us, each represented by that number 1, we all build this totally unique and unbelievably complex alternate reality inside our own heads. It's like this personal museum, a menagerie of all the moments, big and small, that we just couldn't let go of. All the things we pushed away, and all the things we desperately tried to hold on to.
And that brings us to the final and maybe most provocative thought of this whole explainer. Think about it. What are you actually experiencing, day in and day out? Are you truly seeing the impersonal, ever-changing reality that's unfolding right here, right now? Or are you just seeing a reflection of the world that you built inside?